Okay, we are back with a, I don't know how long it's been outside of like maybe one or two like co-op streams that I do with Allison over a thing. I don't think I've been back on a Sunday stream over here in, it would be months at this point, surely. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make sure that everything's working again, because this is the first time that I've done a PlayStation 4 game on here in months, so bear with me while I get this set up. We are doing another Platinum playthrough, which we have not done in a long time. I think the last Platinum that I obtained was Final Fantasy VI, and that was, when did I finish Final Fantasy VI? I think I still have it on my thing here. When did we finish Final Fantasy VI? Let me actually check this. Our last Platinum was in April. Our last Platinum was in April, and now we've just reached, so it's been over 3 months since we got a Platinum trophy, and then if I'm counting like games that I played, it's been like almost 3 months. About around 3 months since I last played a PS4 game on here and made sure everything was working, so yeah, just bear with me. It looks like everything's fine. But yes, this will be a shorter stream today, because what did I do? I set up everything earlier today, that took a couple of hours. Then I came back in here, made sure everything else was working, had to readjust OBS, because I haven't used OBS in months, so I had to update it. I had to update PlayStation Remote Play. I had to readjust my activity feed stuff so it doesn't look like it's as clunky anymore. I had to make the background stuff and do all the other things with that. And then, yeah, just everything else in between. A lot of streams, a lot of other things happening at the same time. But, we are released here now, so even though the stream will be short, this does mean that we will have, because we'll get into the next thing, so obviously now the rest of the week, tomorrow will be Marvel Rivals stream, which we will do weekly, until I get the next speedrun set up, which will take some time, because I've still got to finish the notes for Dragon Quest 11, and then I've still got to do a run-through of that to make sure all those work, as well. We also have an issue with, hang on a second, why does this look like it's like not the right size? It's weird, because it's like, I usually have everything at the same size, but then it's like, this does not look right to me. Yeah, so Tuesday through Friday now will be this. Back to main games for the week, starting with this, so Tuesday through Friday. Saturday will be the co-op stream with Allison, as it always is, for Persona Strikers, or if we end up now delaying it to Sunday, I'll just take the Saturday off, and then if I do it on Saturday, then we'll do this on Sunday. And then back to Monday, regularly scheduled programming. So that's that out of the way, in terms of getting this set up at least. Everything looks fine on OBS on my end. Nothing's dropping frames, nothing's thing. I've adjusted my microphone a little bit and my sound. I guess I should get into the game itself. Before we get into the game itself, though, there's a few things I need to talk about. This is a Platinum playthrough of Ace Attorney Investigations Collection, which comes with 2 games. The first game is
What's the second game?
The second game is Prosecutor's Gambit, which was similar to the Great Ace Attorney 2. It was only ever released in Japan.
Oh, I
and had a so this is a full English version.
I thought they came with one game.
No, it's 2 games.
Oh, okay.
It's both Miles Edgeworth games that were on the DS.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Here every day.
Yeah. So this is not 1 but 2 games. We will consider it as 1 though. I'm not gonna split up the. I didn't check that either. Hang on 1 second, I did not check this. Oh, I've still got plenty of time. It's fine. I'm trying to think about what else I need to do for this. This will be a very brief introduction, like a short stream. So Accident Investigation Collection has 2 games. The first one, which is Miles Edgeworth, Accident Investigations Miles Edgeworth, and then I believe it's the second one's called Ace Attorney Investigations. I think it's called Miles Edgeworth Prosecutor's Gambit or something like that. So that is what's happening there. And I've not played either of these, similar to all the other games, so this is all just completely fresh. The Platinum playthrough will be both games, because both games are a part of the one trophy list. Again, it's basically the same sort of things that we have to do in the thing. This is going to take me a while to get used to, because I have not done this in a while. So I feel like I'm out of water with this, but it's okay. It'll allow people to come in before we actually begin. Yeah, Platinum playthrough for both games, 2 games in one for the Platinum Trophy. I will be using a guide to know what I have to press, however, we will do any additional stuff, like any exploration stuff that we can interact with, we will do that to get extra dialogue. We'll press every statement, obviously, because that gives you extra content and dialogue as well. And obviously there's, I think, 5 chapters for each game. I couldn't find an Investigations Collection thing for Twitch, so instead I've just put it down as, this is the first game. We'll do it as the first game, and then we'll go over to the second one. They didn't, unlike Apollo Justice Trilogy, they didn't make a separate, title for it, unfortunately, so we're just going to be stuck with this instead. I'm trying to think what else. Anything else that I can think of off the top of my head? Yeah, all the optional also, for this game, every case has 7 bad endings, so I will be trying to aim for all 7 bad endings. We don't need it for a trophy, but it's just extra content that we can do. So all 7 bad endings on every case, we'll aim for that. We will also be doing everything fully voice acted. I will try and voice act every character as best as I can. Just like I did with the previous game, we will definitely do that. Also, what else is there? Anything else? In terms of the playthrough of the games, in terms of the playthroughs for the games, we will, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Even though there'll be 2 games separate, in one trophy list, I will not do the, when it comes to the actual choosing of the, when it comes to the choosing of the next game, that will be determined after we finish this completely, rather than just once we get to the halfway point of finishing one game and then the other, I think. I think that's what I want to do. Is there anything else? I'm already going to use a guide for everything. It'll tell me everything I need to do. I need to remember what this is as well. So we are using a guide the entire way. Because I do need to make sure I don't get any... Technically none of these are missable. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I'm just settling things in first at the moment. I should have mentioned about the... Let me check the trophy list, actually. I think for the most part, the trophy list is just, hey, complete all the chapters, which there's 5 of each, get everything in the gallery, do certain things for the game, and then just a bunch of random stuff that has to do with, like what happened last time. It's very, very much just like this, but we are going to do a couple of extra things. Thank you very much for the follow, Hamid Hoff. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day today. Good time zone. We're just about to get started, I guess. I can't think of anything else that I need to update with this. I think that's about it. Full playthrough of the game with the notes, so I know what trophies to get at what time. Also, in terms of gameplay, pressing every statement to get extra stuff, doing all the bad endings, interacting with everything as much as possible. I will try and voice act every character, outside of Miles, who will be my normal voice, because that's, I don't think there was anything else left with that. To think about. Any other things I wanted to say? Fully voice acted. One trophy list for 2 games. We're going to do it exactly like we did with the Apollo Justice Trilogy. Instead of splitting them up into 3 categories and having one game and then we pick the next one, then we pick the next. Because the difference is like with Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, yes, they were all in the one pack, but I had to download them individually, and they all had individual trophy lists. So to me, that felt like at least each of those games was separate. In this situation, both games aren't separate. So because both games aren't separate, we're gonna then do something different. Instead of them being separate, they're gonna be the same, considered the same. I think that's about all that I can think off the top of my head right now. I had to stream under the normal one, so this is, I should mention specifically, this is the first game, and we will do all the bad endings, and all the trophies, and then we pretty much play this to platinum, so, yeah. Guide for all the trophies, all the bad endings, all the additional press statements, all the additional looking around segments. Yeah, one platinum trophy for 2 games. Instead of separating them both and then picking one game and then another, they're both going to be considered together because it's all part of one platinum trophy versus what it was with some of the other games. And we already did that as it was with Thing as well. So I think we just go get started. I think we just get started with the game. So I've already gone through what our rest of the plans are for the week. I've already gone through setting up everything with OBS. I think that's enough testing time to be able to get started for at least a little bit, because this will only be a short stream, but it's a nice way to get back into the swing of things over here, because you will see me here a lot more often. So let's just make... I also got to make sure that the sound is good, because screen shaking, screen flashes, vibration off. I'm going to maybe modify some of these. We're going to keep the HD art style, because obviously I want to see what the game looks like in HD. I do not want story mode. If you have story mode on, it basically solves all the game for you, but you don't get any trophies for them, so no, we don't want that. We don't want any of that. I think the gallery will have spoilers in it, so I'm going to try and avoid spoilers. I don't want to... I think they have spoilers in it.
I think that's what I thought was fun with that Persona 5 game that I'm playing. I thought that was what story mode did.
Because yeah, we haven't got any of the illustrations yet, so... We'll check these out when we unlock them, I guess. At least it unlocks as we go. I have no idea what all these are for, but, you know. We'll try and avoid spoilers. Okay, you know, we'll avoid all these. We're going to avoid the gallery. We'll leave that until the very end, like I did last time. That way we don't get spoiled by whatever's happening. I think that's all. Guide is ready and already done. OBS is working. All my other stuff's working. Sound, microphone's working. Sound for the game is working. I can also save as much as I want. All the additional statements, press statements, all the additional interactions, all the bad endings for the first game, 7 bad endings for each case, and also I will try and voice act every character, and we're going for the platinum trophy. So obviously, even though there's 2 games in the one trophy list, we're going to go for things. So they will not be split up. I split up the Final Fantasy ones because they all had separate lists, and it felt like it was going to be something thing. This here is not going to be that. So let's just get things started. I think everything else is. I've wasted nearly 15 minutes just talking. So we're going to start new game, obviously. The one good thing about this game as well is also that you can save at any point in time. So if I need to finish, I can just get off whenever. So I should also mention this was the game that I got affiliated on. I would have liked to have done it sometime next month, but since it got voted on earlier and I got through a few games faster than I actually thought that I would, I just figured, we'll just do this now. It was what was voted on. I'm not going to make everyone wait a month.
But you got affiliated on this game? Why are you replaying it then?
No, I got affiliate on the Apollo Justice game.
Okay, cause
I know what I said. I know what I said. I got affiliated on the previous game. Because that was basically the previous one. So yeah, episode 1, Turnabout Visitor, start from this episode, yes. This screen feels so small. This screen feels so Wait, we got a trophy already? What did I do? What did I do to earn this? Hang on a second. What did we get that trophy for? March 14th, 1:16 AM. Question mark, question mark, question mark. To make sure the defendant is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. That may be true, but why? Why go this far? Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough. But a guilty verdict is all that matters, to me. No matter what the cost. This guy's a gold medalist? A prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. I need to think of a voice for this character, because... March 14th, 2:05 AM, Prosecutor's Building, 12th floor hallway. I need to check a few things, because I always make sure that the game's working before I go. Okay, that's the scroll. No, I don't want to autoplay. Oh no, did I accidentally push auto? I don't know what I didn't use story mode. We got a trophy already before I even begun the game. What was it for? For playing the game with HD chibi characters. Okay. Got that out of the way already without even having to do anything. Usually there's an option for me to pause, but maybe I can't do that yet. It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. Door is unlocked. Maybe I can't pause yet. Detective Gumshoe? What's this smell? It's very familiar. Blood? What the? This is already very different. Usually usually you don't get to see the character, it's usually just a, how do you put it, a background image, and then you just move around the background image with the cursor. What's the meaning of this? Freeze! Oh no, we've been busted. Identify yourself. Shut up. You've got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office. Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. So I can't just pause in the middle of cutscene thing. Or maybe we can, but it's just not at the moment. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases in some very frantic and busy days. Okay, March 14, 2:56 AM, High Prosecutor's Offices, room 1202. What is this? Oh, okay, this is the pause menu. Okay, so prosecutor's badge, proof of my profession, however I prefer to keep it in my pocket. And then the victim in this case, why was he killed in my office? Is there no option for me to save? There is. Okay, so it must have just been now that we get access to it. Let's have a look and see what we can do. Obviously, there's a save point. Okay, there's an autosave and there's a normal save. I'll probably just use the normal, just the same save point anyway, because there's not really any reason to make extra saves in this game. Turn screen shaking on or off. I'm gonna potentially adjust these, because sometimes screen shake annoys me. And screen flashes might also be annoying. But everything else should be fine. As long as we don't have story mode on. And we're going to keep the arranged soundtrack because obviously that's the way that they intended on making this remake, so or this upgraded version. So we're no point in doing that. Finish photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue your investigation. Yes, sir. I gotta get used to the voices now. Okay, this is Gumshoe. Whenever I think of Gumshoe, I just think of Patrick Warburton as Kronk. I just think of Patrick Warburton as Kronk because he always like makes mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay, sir? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. I know that a murder had taken place in your office. I ran up here straight away. This is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with the local precinct. The one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being. Looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. However... what they did to your office? It's totally trashed. I'll say, the culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. Well, sounds like you're getting really burned out over this whole thing. This crime's committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. That's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating. Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Speak of things that pique my curiosity. Why of all places did the murder occur in my office? Crime scene in my office. Is it really a coincidence that the murder took place in my office? Oh, it's been added to them. Get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. I was wondering that myself, sir. So if I check this... there you go. Dick Gumshoe, age 32, homicide detective at the local precinct in charge of the initial investigation. So there is an evidence thing as well. I did see something get shot up to the L1 and I can't access that now. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you? No, not really, especially because of this. Go to your office. For security reasons, this office door has a lock built into it. What do you mean, sir? So that comes up as... yeah, nothing's changed here. If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you. Logic? Finding the connections between two pieces of information, and connecting them, new information is born. That is the end result of using logic. So how do you use it? First, I recall the information we've gathered with L1, then I connect them together with triangle. Okay. And now to use L1 and recall the facts. Okay, so this is just tutorial at the moment. I've got to keep an eye on when the, let me keep an eye on when the bad, endings occur, because I want to make sure that, if we get those, because obviously that's what we want to do. So obviously it's the two, you connect them both together. That's obviously, oh! So like in Rock Midnight form. Like in Rock Midnight form.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Alright, I'm just gonna keep an eye on where the, bad endings are. Alright, so we're gonna connect these two things together, obviously. So, I guess our health bar is tied to connecting the right, things together. There we go. Security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks. It feels so satisfying to come back and get trophies after all this time. Having not played, like, the last platinum trophy we got was 6, and that was, again, over 3 months. And then the last time that we played a normal game, not on, the co-op stuff, it was the 11th of May, so that is, yeah, that's like almost 3 months as well. It's the last one that we actually picked up and played anything. Alright, let's sync up the trophy again. So, successfully making a connection without using story mode, yeah. That's going to be a lot of these trophies, is doing stuff without using story mode. I wouldn't use story mode anyway, because story mode basically solves the entire game for you. That's what happens in story mode. It's just, yeah. It's basically like, do not play the game at all. You just go ahead and you don't play the game at all. You just instead go and, you essentially just watch the game play out. And most trophies get disabled. So, we avoid that, obviously. Avoid that like the plague, if at all possible. Alright. Which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir. There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? The killer's goal. Why did this happen in my office? What was the killer after? You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir. Do I get anything different from this? I don't think so. Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, it may stray far from the truth as well. But if I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we? Yes, sir. Hi, Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Most of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. I know that, but when I want to examine something, I simply use X when I'm next to it. If you ever feel lost and want to talk, just use triangle, okay? I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. I don't want to ask for help from Gumshoe. I want to try and get through the game without asking for help, at least in terms of the game. I'll still be using the guide to make sure that I have everything, in case I am missing something, but for the most part, it's just going to be using the guide for the trophies and using some other stuff. So let's have a look, and also we have a chance to at least look around and see what we have to do. So I guess at any point in time we can enter into logic mode. And let me actually make a save first in case asking. I want to see what happens if we talk to, if you push triangle on. I'm assuming it's like last time where you can talk to Maya or talk to what was the character's name from the other ones? I can't remember. It's been a while. let's see what happens. So, triangle. Cold, sir. Okay, so it's... You can still talk to him like normal to present stuff, and you can also do stuff here as well. Alright, no problem. Just make sure everything else is working. You can now freely walk around the office, consult Gumshoe. Most of this stuff is fairly simple. It's going to be just investigating, I think. So let's just skim through this really quickly. So we'll grab everything first. There is a bad ending at this point. So we are going to go for a bad ending when we have to when we get to do the logic thing. We're going to intentionally lose just to see what happens. Because there's 7 bad endings for every single case, and there's 5 cases. So we're going to intentionally let ourselves... yeah, so I think when we ask them about stuff, it's... I don't know if this is clues or not. Is there anything you noticed that you'd like to share, Detective Gumshoe? Just that I rushed over here as soon as I heard there was a murder in your office, sir. Investigation's just gotten started, so I guess there's not much else to say. Were you the one that found the body, Mr. Edgeworth? Unfortunately, upon my return, I found my office door to be unlocked. What awaited me inside was this whole messy affair. Ouch, that's rough. Even though I left the security of this room to a certain detective. Sorry, sir. About investigating. Should you understand how to conduct investigations, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, sir. Summon anything and everything with X. By checking various things out, we can gather all sorts of evidence and information. You can see the evidence we've collected with R1. For information and leads, it's L1. That's it. Great job, sir. Deductive reasonable is the way to go. It's called deductive reasoning, detective. Clearly something you like. Yeah. Gumshoe is fantastic. I quite like Gumshoe. Alright, so we're gonna investigate everything first, grab all the evidence, and then intentionally lose all of our points so we can get the first of 7 bad endings. In this case. I do quite like this. And unfortunately you can see that I'm using the bad controller, because Edgeworth is...
He's clucking.
I'm using the bad controller because Allison's got the
Allison side twerk.
Yeah. Allison's playing Genshin right now, so she's using the
do you want the black one?
No, I don't need it. It's not that.
So you want to enjoy it?
It's not going to be a problem because I don't have to really worry about moving in this game. Like, it's just funny that I just pause the game and then all of a sudden he started side twerking. So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to take that controller.
Yeah, I'm not going to give it to you, because I can... It's not like I'm playing... If I was playing, like, another game, I would have to swap off of it, because... But this game doesn't require me to move the, thing, so...
Yeah, if I took that controller, my camera will go haywire.
Yeah, so Edgeworth's occasionally will have a side twerk. Alright, let's have a look and see what else is...
That made my day.
Yeah. Let's, Okay, so anytime we see the thing above Edgeworth's head, he can, like, interact with it. Sure. What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here. I think I've seen one of these before. Actually, I'm gonna see, can I change the... Usually there's a way to make it so that the text goes by, opens up faster, but I don't think that it does. I don't want to skip through unread text. Adjust how long the game waits, I don't want to worry about that. Yeah, there's no option for me, unfortunately, to make the text go by faster. Okay, to enlighten me as to where? Oh, I know. Oh, is this the exact same model? I think. Detective. I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. Now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it. So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by this precinct's detectives. Havoc said he heard Schmexy voice.
What was it, sorry? Oh, yes.
Yes.
Hello.
Havoc just mentioned that he heard Schmexy voice. Yes, you did. She is home. It's weekend.
I also have joined the Discord too.
Yeah, I also sent her the link to Discord yesterday. After stream. So she has joined the Discord. But yes, you do indeed hear her. She's playing Genshin at the moment. Alright. Edgeworth? Edgeworth, are you okay? Okay, he's fine. Edgeworth started doing the side twerk again. He walked all the way back to the table again. Never mind. Here you go.
Oh, he's moving into work.
Yeah, unfortunately this is what's gonna happen, because I don't know what it is with this,
It's the controller. It's
so
okay.
good.
It'll be fine.
Do you have anything to report? Sorry, sir. Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir.
I can just imagine if she's...
There's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes. What was that?
I can just imagine it if he does it in the cutscene.
No, it's only when I'm moving.
Oh, okay.
Talk about a contradiction. Something out of the ordinary, huh? I should look around a bit more. Yeah, occasionally, like, Edgeworth's just gonna do this, like, shaking twerk thing. Just, yeah, I can't help it. The only way to help it would be to hold the directional button, but... Hope we can solve this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on this sofa. That thing looks like a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit in it too? Just for a little while, sir? Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. But how are you doing today, Havoc? Hope all is well?
Yes.
I'm assuming that it's getting pretty late again for thing. I started later than I normally would have, but again, it's because I got the game set up today, so nice short stream just to make sure everything's working, look at any kinks, and make sure that all the visual and audio stuff is working. Because I had to update OBS a couple of times. I had to update PS Remote Play. Till this case is solved, neither of us have had time to spare, let alone rest. Right, so I'm gonna work hard and be a real trooper to the end. Even once this case is over, I don't think we can afford to take any time off. Sure. What else is there? I wish it would tell me what I've already investigated. Okay, it does tell you. So if you've gone and investigated something already, it has a tick box over it. Fox's stream was interesting. How's it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art. Well, I never. I've also decided that I'm going to do a subathon next month. I don't know what I'll play for the subathon, I just know that it'll be on the... It won't be on the day that I technically got affiliated.
Because we've got a party.
Unfortunately, the day that I got affiliated, I have my cousin's 21st birthday is happening, so I won't stream that day. However, I will stream the next day. Repo isn't your thing? I mean, I wasn't watching Repo either. I was just chatting with, I don't care about the game either. I was just chatting away. Oh, that's right. I told everyone in the, I told everyone that it's like, people were talking about like steak and all that stuff, and I'm just like, I like to have my steak well done. And people were like, yeah.
People were like, how dare you?
Yeah, basically.
Well, I will give you something better. I don't like steak. I hate it with a passion.
There you go. Reaper's not my thing either, but I had like 4 or 5 other streams up and I was talking as well. Oh, Seribot's actually working again, because I noticed it wasn't working in some other stuff.
Oh, did someone get banned?
Yeah. The bots have been starting to... The messages are the same, but the bots are...
Wait, so people actually... people actually were like.
No, people were like, how do people like eating their steaks? And people were like, it was like,
So
oh,
you said well
medium,
done,
medium rare, and then I was like, I like mine well done.
Yeah.
And then it was like,
there
just a complete, like, yeah, it's like.
I was shocked. And
Well, yes, and the reason why is like, that's the reason why I don't order steak at a restaurant, because it's like, I don't want to insult the chef by saying I would eat it well done. I feel like it would insult the chef, so it's like, I'm just going to stick with the option that doesn't require me having to pick a way it's cooked.
I mean, I
like
agree.
Chicken or fish.
I just wouldn't order it because I don't like it.
Havoc said hi, Siri, and it started singing Never Gonna Give You Up.
That's cool.
Pelipper!
Oh, Pelipper's is
Yeah, Pelipper.
Oh god. Today is going so
Yeah, I understand, like, I hope that you enjoyed watching anime, though. There was a bunch of, like, food-related stuff that happened in,
Today is going so well.
She had another batch of fresh flowers. There was a bunch of food conversation that happened in the stream, but I get it. And also, Siri didn't ban a bot, so, it ended up having to get banned.
Oh. That's weird.
Yeah. Once it comes with a card attached every month like clockwork for you. Yep. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. All will be resolved. Wendy. I think Old Bag is sending Edgeworth flowers.
Oh, Wendy Oldbag.
Yes.
Oh, well, she does have a crush.
Yes.
Yeah.
Edgy Poo, or whatever she
Yeah,
calls it.
yeah,
Edgy
that's
Poo.
what she calls
Yeah.
it.
Oh, Messiah, how painful are thy thorns? But yeah, I get it. There was a lot of food conversation, there was a lot of other conversation going on, but I'm sure that you had enjoyed your anime and you enjoyed all the other stuff that you were doing. It's not the name of that old lady with the whiny voice that... That's enough, detective! You did not remind me further.
Oh, he doesn't like it.
Oh, there's a Steel Samurai, you can see there's a Steel Samurai, figurine.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's a good thing my Steel Samurai doll was spared any harm. Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again? Well, I don't know much about it myself, but... The hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of near old Tokyo, is the Steel Samurai. And his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spin-offs like Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Oldie Tokyo, and the Nickel Samurai, along with a deluge of merchandise and even a new stage show gives its presence. You sure know a lot. You sure you're not some sort of rabid fanboy? Of course not! Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. No, Edgeworth is totally a fanboy. That conversation lasted longer than expected. Let us return to the investigation. Now, I don't know, I had a good time in the stream. I was bouncing between streams back and forth anyway. Like, I don't care about the game, but I also just was there for the convo. And I just liked how the conversation basically devolved into, here is a bunch of foods that everyone likes, but I don't. I don't like, I don't like pickles. I'm the one who takes pickles out of my, I like my bacon. That was the debate as well. The debate was between, do people like crunchy bacon or floppy bacon more? And I'm like, I like floppy bacon more.
What do you mean by floppy bacon?
Like, not crispy, not crunchy, crispy bacon. I prefer mine not to be like that.
I mean, have you ever had crispy bacon before?
Yes, but I don't like crispy bacon as much because it's either usually not cooked, it's either too dry, or it, like, cuts my mouth.
I don't think I've ever had crispy bacon.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, I like my steak well done. Oh, I don't like pineapple pizza. Oh, I don't like crispy bacon.
I don't like steak.
I don't like
steak.
pickles.
I don't like roast chicken at all. I used to. I don't like it anymore.
It's just one of those things, like, yeah. It's fine.
I'm probably more bizarre, like, not liking steak or roast chicken. That's just the...
Well, again, I can see why people don't like steak. Because I'm not saying that I don't like steak. Like, I like eating meat, but I just don't like... If I have an option between, like, multiple things,
tough.
it's going to be, like, the last thing that I would ever pick.
It's too tough for me, and I also don't like it being kind of rare-ish.
To a trophy, the Knight of Prosecutors, right?
It always seems to be
King of Prosecutors. It's not a trophy, it's a shield.
Tastes weird.
Well, you send this to the winning prosecutor, right? Yes, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself. That's so slick, sir. Gonna have to try saying that sometime. Fortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me. Wait, did that update something? Well, this also is not updated. It's been a while since I've sat at this desk. How I've missed you. So tight it looks newer than when I first bought it. Oh yeah, that thing's so polished that it makes mirrors jealous. Don't tell me you had out now the work the entire time I was away, detective. My job is to protect your office, sir. And you did such a good job protecting it, that a murder occurred in it. That's harsh, sir. I have to admit, the desk has never looked better, so I guess I can't dock his pay. So I did mention this before, I will be adding a pineapple pizza redeem.
Huh?
I will be adding a pineapple pizza redeem.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Oh yeah, enjoy. I'll make sure to get a pizza that I like and just eat in front of you.
No, you're gonna share in the misery.
I mean, sure, I'll just pick out the pineapple. And I'll give it to you.
No. No!
Hey, you're the one who put the redeem up. I don't have to suffer.
Watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir. The killer's gonna pay. This tea set. Yo, you're really mad over this. This tea set is very dear to my heart and can only be bought in England. Costs more than your whole month's paycheck. What? I feel like the killer's wasted one of my monthly paychecks. So I don't know, it was still a fun time, I guess. Files are all over the floor, sir. They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer. Signs of a struggle, my files are a mess, pointing to a struggle between the victim and the killer. You only eat pineapple on pizza if it's got pulled barbecue on it? I mean, I had a look at the menu of the place that I go to, and... there is a, it will not, if I do redeem it, it will not be a straight Hawaiian pizza. It will be a barbecue chicken pizza, because it has pineapple on it. I will not be eating a full pineapple pizza, because that would at least, you know, I would at least be able to enjoy something. It would not be a full Hawaiian pizza, it will be something with pineapple on it, not a Hawaiian pizza, no. I don't want fruit salad pizza. There's already tomato on the pizza, and that's a fruit.
I hope that you'll, yeah.
Also, Havoc, how do you feel about Nintendo announcing a couple of days ago that Mario and Peach are just good friends that help each other? So, Nintendo themselves have confirmed Mario and Peach's relationship status. They are just good friends that help each other. Tried so hard to keep this place spotless while we were away. I mean, this just rendered all the time and effort I put in pointless. Don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Well, I watered the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. Just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. About half a day every Saturday, I'd come in and clean this place until it was sparkling. Does he have a life? Peach is a tease? I mean, yeah. And then also just Nintendo basically saying, hey, like, they're just good friends. And it's like, it's so inconsistent because it's like, there's, yeah, like, you die on that hill? I mean, I don't necessarily disagree. I just wish that they would, like, I don't know where they came up with that logic. They finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. Okay. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Alright, let's have a look around and see what we can do. Already investigated the books. What do we have here? Oh, I think I've seen one of these before. It's a police badge, detective. Oh, hey, I have the exact same thing, actually. What a coinkydink. Let's take a look inside. Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you. According to his badge and ID, Buddy Faith was a precinct detective. So yeah, I'll come up with ideas. I already said that I will use Fox's, like, list set as, like, a starting point, and then just change it for the personal stream, I guess. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. So I'll probably do I'll probably make the list at, like, the start of next month, and then in, like, the week or two leading up to the time, I will just plug it in every stream to let people know, so that things can happen, I guess. I'll come and use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. So I will, after if the goal gets met, I will, if certain goals get met, I'll make redeems for them to be a regular thing. So if people want to mess around with that, get people to use more channel points if they want to use them. Or they can hoard them like I do, because that's what I like to hoard my channel points. I'm trying to get Sarada's stream to the highest of everyone that I watch. I think I'm about 30k or so off of getting it to the highest amount. Let's see here. You've been fighting the urge to make you dance again.
Do it.
You've been fighting the urge to make me dance again, oh.
I give you permission.
Oh no. I don't know if you heard that.
Because I never got to see it last time. I give you permission. This Mexi voice gives you permission.
Oh, there's blood all over his lower abdominal area. Looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir. In other words, he was shot. Yep, until the autopsy is done, I don't think we'll know much more about other than that. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. Bullet went clean through the victim's abdomen. The body was found around 2:05 a.m. Gonna be okay with keeping track of your evidence we find, sir? Of course, this is the safest way I know how to keep track of it all. Alright, if you say so. Keep all the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to press R1 to open my organizer. But the organizer isn't only for evidence, I keep people's profiles on it, on hand in it too. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. I don't know, I was happy that at least someone was entertained by the... I was happy that I was at least able to, like, entertain Fox for that one redeem. Not that I wasn't expecting that either. Okay, so these are just the... Leave those alone. Nothing on the person. This exists. There's something down here. I don't believe it. I packed those files on these shelves so tight. And not even an earthquake would make them fall off, but just look at them. At this rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all. Problem to be sure. Well, once the investigation is over, we'll put them back on the shelf. I can't examine this? Like, it looks like... I thought for a second this was pointing to something. I can't examine the... Okay, no, I can't. I thought I could examine maybe the blood that was here, because it looks like something's been marked on this. There ain't nothing else on the body right now. Any other things around that I can interact with? I think I've gone and done everything. Never knocked over your chess set. I had it all set up, ready for when you got back. Figured we could play a few games. I had no idea you were interested in chess. I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try. In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve this case. Though I don't expect the games to tax my mental acuity much. I mean, I like both. I like checkers and chess. I like chess more because checkers is just super basic. Just move a spot once and then jump over and then king you. Like chess is way more complex. I prefer a more complex game. Checkers doesn't seem like it's that complex. I think I've investigated everything in here. So I guess we can try and do the first bad ending. I need to intentionally tank my logic so that... I think that's everything, right? I've examined everything in this room. Logic mode. So we're going to intentionally run out of logic here so that we can see the first of 7 bad endings. So I'm going to save the game now, just in case something happens, and we can't reload. So we're going to intentionally tank our logic meter. Oh, hang on. So we've picked up a few good leads. So now you're going to do that thing you do with all that information, right? What are you babbling about? The brainy thing you were talking about just a few minutes ago, sir. Logic? So that you can look at all your leads and info by pressing R1. Then you pick the ones that you seem related to with X and connect them with triangle. That's your way of investigating, right, sir? Yes, which is why this exercise in explaining my own method to me was unnecessary. Okay, then I better explain my logic to you next. That is even more unnecessary. Sure, let me actually intentionally just we're gonna intentionally fail this. Which is the stuff that I have to connect so I don't have to, so the revolver and... Let's just do, it should be just, let's put these together. Yeah, okay. Can't see a clear connection between these two pieces of information. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna intentionally tank our health bar here. For the first of 7 bad endings. Not exactly a shining example of the perfect line of logic. But did I talk to the guy? No, I did. I did talk to them. At least this is much quicker than the other stuff, so... How many, things can I fail before I... Because this is 3. I'm assuming I have to, like, 10 lives? 10 lives to do this? Yeah, it looks like I got, like, 10 lives. So every time we do this, there's gonna be a bit of a cutscene, I think, and then we'll match up the actual evidence. There's no trophy for this, but it's just extra content that is not too hard to do. If it's anything like the other games, we're going to... If it's anything like the other games, there's gonna probably be like double penalties and stuff, or a complete penalty as well. I imagine. That's usually what happens. Yep, there we go. Where's the time gone? Mr. Edgeworth, you must be really worn out from your trip. Are you jet lagged? You really should go home and take it easy, sir. Remember, a man's gotta have his health. I understand. However, I cannot allow this case to go unsolved. Nope, you shouldn't push it, sir. Leave it to me. I'll get to the bottom of it, I promise. But... Okay. There's our first bad ending. A few days passed, and as I suspected, the case went unsolved. Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Yeah, closing the book on this case. We failed. We were a bad prosecutor. Alright. Well, now we can, let me just load the old game. There you go. First out of 7. Alright, now let's do this properly. So we want to connect the victim and the revolver, and then we want to examine the revolver. And then we want to do a couple other things. So, let's do this correctly. So we want to connect the victim as a detective with the revolver. Revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Sir, on it now, sir. What anime are you watching, Havoc? Because I think you said you were watching Supernatural. Well, I know that's not an anime, so I'm assuming you were watching something else. Excuse me, pal. Let's see. What have we got here? Mr. Edgeworth, so this guy's wearing a gun holster. So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Oh, now that Caddy's went to bed, you're watching Supernatural. It can be assumed that this gun is the murder weapon was issued to the victim. I don't think I've watched... I think I may have only seen, like, a couple of episodes of that show. And I never watched it when it was on... it was on when I was watching lots of stuff on TV. When it first came out. It was just... I never actually went and watched it. Like, weekly. Let's see, what else can we find about this revolver? So I always say, you gotta look really carefully at each piece of evidence. You can use R to rotate an object. There's no such thing as a bad angle. You saw one and I want to zoom in and out to get at the nitty-gritty. This is more cartoon, I think, but it's called Lianu. I mean, I don't know what I mean, anime is basically just Japanese cartoon, right? So. Oh, it's actually... no, it's a cartoon. Fantasy, action, adventure animated series. It's a cartoon. Yeah. It even was on Cartoon Network when it... Actually, that's recently. Dark Horse Comics. Yeah, that's a cartoon. I would say. If someone told me to make it a definition, yeah, I would say that's a cartoon more than an anime. Based on the graphic novel series, which is yeah, it's a comic. It's a comic thing. Dark Horse Comics made it, so I would say it's definitely more of a. It's like Avatar meets Wakanda. That's interesting. I noticed. I know that they made the new. They're making a new Avatar show. They're making a new Avatar show, yeah, it doesn't look like it's... I don't think it's gonna be very good. I think that it's so easy to take a life with just the pull of a trigger. No, I can't ever see myself really liking guns. But I love the ones I use at track and field meets to start races. Take it off before it fired, everybody always ends up following your lead. To chase you down for a false start, detective. No, you imagine even when I finish first, I always wind up in last place. Took only one round was fired from this. Also, the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wresting the gun from him. Turns out the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. Guess this is about all we're gonna find out. We should send the body to... Wait, what? Why oh why? How could this have happened to you? To a guy like you? You alright? Don't touch me! Leave me alone! Just let me be! Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body? Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. Wait a second, this is the guy with the gold medal. We already saw... This is also another problem that I have with these games, is like... they usually always have a scene at the start where it tells you who the killer is. Because, like, we clearly saw at the start of the game that this guy had the gun and pointed and shot it at someone. And he has a medal around his neck. Sure, just in a blood-stained suit, pal. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Yes, I am. I'm Jacques Portman, prosecutor. Jimmy was my partner in crime, Boston. Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I am also prosecutor. Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir. So, Miles Edgeworth, guess this is your office. Yes, that is correct. Then it was you! You're the one who killed Jim. I didn't go jumping around to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not. I know how things work around here. High prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them. Only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office door. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. The key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could get in here was me. Gumshoe, that was probably a mistake. You just now admitted that you're the only one that could have gone into the door. Uh-oh. Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. Does this guy have a profile? I think he does. Yeah. High prosecutor with this prosecutor's office. It's my first time speaking with him. Like, he's a high prosecutor with this office, but we haven't spoken with him the entire... I guess maybe we've been overseas this entire time. Maybe that's the explanation. So it was you then. You're Jim's killer. No way, pal. You got it all wrong. Everyone, calm down. Mr. Portman, correct? If you're a real prosecutor, you should know how to stay collected. The investigation's only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. Right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. Sure have one cool customer, though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. Something of a legend, you know? Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? And how about a handshake to seal the deal? A pleasure to work with you. Goes for conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on, then. It's your room, after all. Thank you, I intend to. Just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there. So. Wait. I wanted to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner, Jim. Normally you would say he's dead, Jim, but Jim is the one who's dead, so... I said normally you would say he's dead, Jim, but Jim's the one who's died.
Oh, Jim's dead.
So what do you say if Jim dies? You say he's dead who? Because if Jim's dead, like...
Oh, I don't know, I just say he's dead, Jim.
Maybe there's two Jims.
Yeah, Jim. Who? Yes.
There's Jim, J-I-M, and then Jim, G-Y-M.
Like is there Jim who? Jim. Exactly.
So what happens if Jim is killed in a gym? Do you say he...
Did he own the gym?
Jim's gym.
the gym owned the gym called Jim's Gym and he died in the gym? we need to know these answers.
These answers and all these most important will be... These answers to all your most important questions will be revealed in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Who's
that Pokemon?
Okay, so...
It's Gumshoe.
What?
It's Gumshoe.
Alright, so now we've got all that stuff done. Highlight the bullet hole... Oh wait, have I not examined this any further? Wait, I can examine these now? Okay, I can examine these. I wasn't able to examine these before, but I can now. This badge's design is said to reflect the relentlessness and discipline of law enforcement. Comes from the authority vested in us as strict protectors of the law, and executors of sentences much like harsh winter frosts and blazing summer days. It's 18 degrees outside, by the way. It's 18 degrees right now, apparently.
Oh, I don't know how much it is.
It's 18 degrees, but it still feels like every other day today.
Oh, like.
Also, when I got up this morning, it was 1 degree.
Well, exactly. It is the winter.
Yeah.
I don't like the winter. I put a hoodie on for a reason.
Yes, lucky you. Each prosecutor's badge is engraved with this number of its owner on the back. Numbers, as if we're not human on the inside like everyone else. No, you're just a number. When I examine the gun further, there might be something else, because we never actually, like... Any other things that might be interesting about the gun? I don't think so. Alright. Okay, I think everything else that's... Yeah, everything else looks the same. Can I investigate the painting now? Because this guy's gone? I can. Okay. Jacket, sir, what's it doing on the floor? Must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round. So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well. They dared to shoot the ultra-special jacket that you made your prosecutorial debut in? What if they shot through it? It would have been a disaster. It's almost getting worked up over, Detective. Not when there's something more here. Like what? Take it you haven't noticed it yet, Detective. There is a giant contradiction here in front of us. Really? Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him. Oh, he's talking about Phoenix. He's starting to become like Phoenix, yeah. I'm not even sure if he's in this game, because it's the opposite. I'm assuming that maybe they are. But I have my own methods and I will conduct this investigation my way. Actually, there is one thing I want to check with this. I tried finding a category for this game, and technically this is the category, but there's no, in general, categories there for it. At least I don't think that there is. No, there's not. There's no Twitch category for them in general, unfortunately. It's just the two separate ones. So I gotta do Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth for the first game, and then Ace Attorney Investigations 2 for the other one. They didn't make a joint one, which is a bit silly. I'm not really sure why they decided to do that, but okay. I wish I had a better explanation as to why it was like that, but I don't really have one. So I guess it's just the way things are. The scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off. That's when my deductive skills come into play. It's just weird, though, because Apollo Justice Trilogy had a separate game listing. Sorry, a joint game listing on it. But this one here, I have to actually do it on the... I gotta do it on the... I've got to do it on this, just the first game. Even though we're technically doing 2. First I have to find this... we're doing 2 different games. First I have to find the spot that holds a contradiction. And this game's been out for what? I think April, at least? If not longer than that? No, longer. It's been out longer than this. So, this is it. This bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should point my cursor at it and press triangle with conviction. Ah, okay. Then I have something found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction I presented. This is how I do things. So to be this. I'm assuming that I don't have to... Is this where's the next bad ending? It's a wall. It's a wall away. Okay, it's a long wall away, actually. Yeah, it's a long way away from this. Eureka! Oh, he says Eureka. When he presents stuff, and he says Eureka instead.
Oh, Eureka.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
This bullet hole is a contradiction. What do you mean, sir? It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim. The second felled this frame. Hey, that's right. However, this gun was only fired once. Hey, that's true too. Which means that one of these bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? Other than the victim's gun that I found, could there be another gun in play here? By the way, I noticed something, sir. Yes? What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame? Ah, that. It's a secret safe. Secret safe? Oh, I smell money. Well, spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way. Roger that. Talking about dusty. Suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while. I had no idea there was a safe here, or I'd have kept it clean for you, sir. So when did you put this thing in? Wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one. Really? I had no idea. Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth? Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session. That's it. Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams. Each prosecutor has one in their office. Only they know of them. Trial evidence use. I wonder if this is an actual thing. If prosecutors have, like, somewhere place to store certain documents. I'm assuming that the answer would be yes. Purely because, I could imagine someone trying to sabotage, I could only imagine someone trying to sabotage, evidence, and that would be bad. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. Well, there's something wrong about the safe here as well. Never knew there was a safe hidden back here. Well, if detectives knew about them, then they wouldn't be secret now, would they? Are there any other secret, hidden things in this room? Even if there were, it would defeat the purpose of them being hidden if I told you. So don't bother looking for them. So there's no, like, hidden camera around, right? And what if there was? No, it's nothing. Forget I said anything. I mean, if there was a hidden camera around somewhere, then the crime would be solved immediately, because you would have proof that there was a... You would have proof that a crime was being committed. Do you even want to ask what he's been doing in my office while I've been away? Now this is odd. Found something, sir? This keypad, don't you find it a bit too clean? Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself. You there, the forensic scientist. Yes, sir? Could you please dust this area for fingerprints? You got it, sir. Couldn't find it. Couldn't find, let alone lift a single print. Looks like it has been wiped down well. All of the fingerprints on this have been wiped clean. Okay. Secret safe data updated in the organizer. As I thought. Appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information we have. Not quite yet. I want to talk to, forensic guy and also talk to everyone else first. How's it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. This picture is too important to mess up. I'll leave the man to his art. Okay, that's you done. Have you updated anything? No? Can we talk to the guy? Wait a second, what's this here for? Can we talk to you? Mr. Portsman? A word, if I may. Jim, I swear I'll find your killer and bring him to justice. You wait and see, it'll be for the both of us. Now then, you wanted to talk to me about something? No, that's alright. I feel like I'm interrupting their conversation. Well then why did we have an option to do it then? Okay, fine. Okay, secrets, bullet hole and revolver, done that. Secret safe, okay, that's been updated. So now we do logic again. So now we want to get, so bad ending 2 happens if you run out of logic now, I believe. I think if we run out of logic now, we'll get a second bad ending. So I'm gonna go try that now, and then we're gonna continue. So I'm gonna save again. Let's see if we can get the second bad ending. Because we have to do the logic now. Alright. Let's just intentionally tank our health again so that we can get the second of 7. So these will happen at every certain point in the first game, at least. There'll be like a little cutscene that plays like what I did before. Just for my own amusement, not for any kind of trophy or anything. Also need to make sure I update my stuff for stream elements. So I haven't done that recently, and I also need to make sure that the goal is fine. For some reason it doesn't count all of them. Alright. Looks like even the mighty genius prosecutor is no match for me. What are you? I've already figured out who the real culprit behind this caper is. Sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask you to get out of my crime scene, Mr. Edgeworth. No offense or anything, but you're cramping my game. Alright. Thus the truth was lost for all eternity. Alright, so now we do the proper logic. So no more bad ending for a little while, I don't think. So we want to connect killer goal and wiped hand fingerprints. I think I figured out what the murderer was after. Well, what is it, sir? fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe. Thinking the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. The culprit tried to open my safe was the killer's motive theft. Wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break-in was theft changes what occurred, the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime. So now we want to connect the motive theft with signs of a struggle. It's a possibility that the files splayed on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh, you mean like it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir? Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen. Yes, sir, I'm gonna show files like you've never seen before, even at a library. Sure, let's just give that a try. Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth. No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth. So what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? First, we kindly restore the files to their rightful places. Got it. Here, let me help. So this file goes here, and that book goes there. Sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office. Because I'm the one who keeps I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal. Okay. It appeared that the murder was definitely committed here. Bloodstain on the bookshelf was still fresh. Suspect the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf. Then the guy fell onto the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kind of grossing me out. Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now. You know I'm not good with blood, sir. Certain there's something wrong with this picture. It's not blood, it's just a tomato sauce. That's what it is. Just like how it's not wine, it's grape juice. It's someone just spilled their bottle of tomato sauce and just had trouble, like, they had nothing to clean it up with, so they tried cleaning it up with their hands. And there was just an unfortunate mishap that happened here. Alright, let's examine some victim's handprints. He must have tried to support himself with his hands here after being shot. There are prints on the floor too. Those must have been when unable to stay standing, he dropped to the floor. Okay. I was more curious about this. So this is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim, huh? For the bullet to be lodged so squarely in a file's spine indicates that the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred. And I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way. Anything on the killer themselves that we can? No, not killer, the victim themselves. Killer moved the body because it was leaning against the bookshelf. The blood on this guy's pants proves that pretty well. In a sense, I suppose. So you're not completely useless, Mr. Edgeworth. Appears that the victim was in a sitting position here after being shot. So that's why the seat of the victim's pants has blood on it. That would be the logical conclusion. Any other clues that exist? Got the bloody handprints, so we've got the examination here, we've got the thing here, and I've got the thing here, so I guess that's all of those done. Oh, there's an... I didn't see this. So I guess we do this. I'm gonna save real quick. It's saying that I need to highlight it. I think... I thought I could click on the bullet hole itself, but no, it's a separate thing. So I guess we do this now. Because we see that there's a bullet hole here. Okay. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Yes, it's connected to the revolver. This is clearly where the contradiction lies. I don't really see what's wrong with that spot. You don't understand. You see, therein lies the contradiction. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, it'd be nice if you just admitted when you're... Oh, wait, we were wrong. Hang on a second. That didn't happen. We didn't make a mistake. That mistake didn't happen. Perfect game. Perfect. No mistakes were made in the making of this stream. Oh, it's the crime scene notes. Crime scene notes, then the order of the files, and then rearranging the files. No mistakes were made here. No one saw anything. If a tree falls in the woods and there was no one there to hear it, does it make a sound? The answer is no. So it's this one here. Yeah, it was this one. There's clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole. What do you mean, sir? You don't see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher up. Yeah, that is also true. What if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir? That would be illogical. The victim leaned against the shelf here after being shot, which suggests that he was standing when he was shot. And that means... Wait, what does that mean, sir? It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. It was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. What is the faulty assumption that caused this problem in the bullet hole's position? The position of the body, the position of the hand, it would be the order of the files. Because if the files were higher up in the bookshelf, that would mean that, if they were higher up on the bookshelf, it would mean, they were, they would have been at the different length. Because the handprints can't, you know, wouldn't explain the handprints, wouldn't explain the body position, so it would have to be the files. I believe the order of the files is a bit off. You mean I put them back in the wrong order just now? Hey, actually, I think the labels on the files are wrong, sir. Yeah, you see here how the files that were shot begin with the letter, with the number 0. What are those doing all the way down there, after 1, 2, and 3? That's really weird. Actually, the way they are organized now is the correct order. They're exactly as I see them in my mind's eye. But the numbers are all out of order. Those white binders are special, so they are arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. So that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you did, Detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we found out. Oh, I see what they mean. So Edgeworth, these are in the right order for Edgeworth. Edgeworth knows the order. But Gumshoe and the killer were assuming that 0 files would be in a different spot, maybe. Do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back up to how it was before it was moved? They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. I don't know if people really do this. I don't know if they really do this, to be honest. I cannot imagine anybody in a crime scene picking up a body and, like, picking up the actual body and using that body as the prop to be able to be like, can we show what it looked like when it was there? I feel like they just put themselves in that position. They don't use the dead body, the dead person's body. I think that would be that's a little bit weird.
I don't know if you're really completely talking to me or not.
No, I was just talking in general.
Oh, okay.
They're about to use the person's body as, like, a prop to be able to show, like, where the bullet hole went. But usually in crime scene shows, they never do that. They usually leave the body...
Right. Yeah.
where it is, because it's like, I don't think the body itself would want to be using someone's dead body as a prop. Like, that'd be like if in the court reenactment you pulled out the person's dead body and just said, here's the reenactment using the actual corpse.
Yeah.
As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it logically should be. Killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Faith. And then put the files back in numerical order, I guess. Exactly. And then proceeded to shoot the victim. Why would someone kill a man and then look through your files one more time? Puzzling indeed. Files were thrown into disarray twice. Once before and once after the crime. But why? Culprit rearranged my files twice, once before and once after the murder. Yes, indeed. Why is it so? Now the crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look. Must be some reason as to why the victim's body was moved. There is no time to ponder that now. Let us continue with our investigation, Detective. Would you like, sir? I'm ready to go. I'm thinking it has something to do with this, because this clearly looks like a message. I'm trying to see what it says if it's something upside down. Because this looks like an E. This looks like an O. O. Oh, I know what it spells. It spells Gumshoe, because this looks like a G. I can see a U and an M here. This is an E and an O. This definitely looks like a G. I see what's happening. Yeah, it spells Gumshoe. Anything else on the body? His handprints belong to the victim, right? That makes sense with the body position. Yes, he must have left them when he was trying to support himself after he was shot. However, the final position of the body shows that it was moved. Need to go over this crime scene with a fine-tooth comb one more time. So suspected the bullet hole is now where it logically should be. We figured out that the killer went through the bookshelf twice. Indeed, there are many things the killer did that don't make sense. But to figure out the whys, we need more information. Alright, well, I guess this is the... This has to be the thing here. Yep. What is it? What is that? Why does it say Gumshoe on there in blood? That's incredibly incriminating evidence. Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed. Oh wait, there's gotta be some mistake. Wait, what? What am I getting messages about? Oh, that's... Is that what it was for? Never mind, I just got a random... Like, usually my messages for Twitch are delayed, or they don't work when I'm on... I haven't been back on here in a while, so it's hard for me to remember everything. Sir Edgeworth, sir, help me say something. Sir. Appears that one of my files was stolen. Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation? Is this what the killer was really after? Stolen file data jotted down in my organizer. One of the files that were written upon in blood was stolen by the culprit. Ah, investigation's complete. Alright, we're done. Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. This most important message managed to reach us. Is that everything for this part? We've done all the... Okay, not quite. We're gonna get to the next section. This most important message managed to reach us. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party. If you were going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up. Yeah, you tell him, Miles. Tell him, Edgeworth. Jim's words, they're more than enough, wouldn't you say? If that's how you want to play, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You got it. Alright. Don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. There must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig out. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you gonna do? What are you guys doing in court? I'm gonna cross-examine him. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with his technique. How do you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir? Might as well, or maybe some others. This is probably gonna be a tutorial, so I'm gonna do it anyway. I've not played this game before, so let's just, do the tutorials. Yeah, sure. Explain away, please. Alright, first I listen to the witness's testimony. If I find a flaw in the testimony, something that contradicts the evidence, I open my organizer with R1 and present the piece of contradictory evidence. To present something, I simply use triangle, but that's old news. But it's not like there's gonna be a... Does anything go wrong with your game?
No, it's a cutscene.
Oh. I thought I just saw jittering, like, a black screen jittering, and then it's like, oh.
Because it's a robot.
Oh, right.
Kind of malfunctioning or getting glitchy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like
fine.
It's like there's gonna be a flaw in their testimony every time, right? Correct, and at those times, they need to press the witness with L1. Sometimes by pressing, I can draw new information and new or modified testimony. I think I get it, sir. Be sure to try this technique out during investigations, too. Very well, I'll even show you how it's done. Now watch carefully. Alright. Mr. Portsman's logic. So, any new items of thing? No. Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed these theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. Thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it will be his final words that you will be brought to justice. Alright, which things do I have to press so I don't skip them? Because I don't want to miss out on anything. We already know how to do all this, so this is at least in the previous game. Okay, yeah, so we can press all of them. You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer. You can hear Jim's voice and he's calling for his killer's arrest. You sure you're not mishearing my words, Mr. Portman? There's no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. I will find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence. Okay. So we'd have to present the file on the fourth statement, but we'll get a trophy for that as well. We also, if we fail to counter the argument, we will get another bad ending. So we're gonna go and get a bad ending and also present the thing. So press every statement, obviously, so we get a little bit of extra information. You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask. What is it? Why do you call the victim Jim? When clearly his name is Buddy Faith. It's an obvious. Jim is the perfect name for my companion. Jacques and Jim. Don't those two names go together like peanut butter and jelly? Or as you would say, Jack was?
Huh?
Is it Jacques or Jack was?
Shut up.
And yes, you're not the only person who said it like that. I've actually also heard someone say Jack was.
Well, for someone who hasn't actually seen it, who hadn't seen it before when they first pronounced it that...
Well, it's just like Francois.
You can't, like...
It's just like Francois. A lot of people say Francois.
Francois,
yeah. Because that's just how it's spelled, but even like some, even like, is it Irish names? Is it Irish names or Scottish names where it's like Siobhan, or you say, instead and it's spelled... Yeah.
Yeah, Siobhan.
Yeah. It just, you wouldn't know unless you've actually heard someone pronounce it before.
True.
But Jim isn't even close to the guy's real name. Shark and Buddies just sounds off somehow. Besides, he was the third of a bunch of guys I decided to nickname Jim.
Wait, so Jim isn't the real Jim?
He just nicknames everybody Jim. He has...
The real Jim.
He was the third of a bunch of... He was the third of a bunch of guys I decided to call Jim. He just calls people Jim.
And he didn't die in a gym called Jim's Gyms?
No, that might have been the other Jim.
Oh, okay.
Now, if Jim was an evil genie, would he be Jim the Jin? And...
Did he own a gym?
Jim's Jin Jim.
Jim's Gin Jim.
And if he had red hair, would he be Ginger Jim's Gin's Jim?
Oh god. He's a ginger.
Talks about the victim like he was his pet. I'm looking at this, like, I'm looking at my screen now for this game. And it's like, the chat looks so small compared to how it is on Allison's computer. According to the song, you don't mess around with Jim. Do you really think it was necessary to dishevel my shelves twice to do that? That's true. Okay, then maybe his real intent was theft. Hey, you're accusing me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth. It's a possibility. Maybe your salary's been cut so much that life is getting a little too rough to handle. I'll have you know that I eat 3 square meals every day, pal. Okay, so all 3 of them happen to be instant noodles, but... Poor thing, what an evil prosecutor you were paired up with. What a motive, no? That needs to be a business. Ginger Jim's Gin's Jim.
He's a ginger.
Ginger. Why would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing? Just like all my other ideas for thing about how, like, if I open up a restaurant that sold sandwiches, I'd call it Inbred. And I would have each sandwich would be based on a certain country, so, you know, there might, if there was an Australian version, it would be called the Australian Inbred. But it's you have no clue what song you're talking about, do you? I don't think so. I don't think I know. Or if I do know, I don't recall it off the top of my head, so I'm not going to say that I know. Thanks to that, you didn't notice... actually, I already read this already. Hang on a second, what song is this? I need to look at this. What is this song from? Oh, it's an actual song. From 1972. Oh, that's where this comes from, huh? That's where... I was wondering where that actually came from. I've always heard people mention this, and I didn't know that this was a reference to an actual song. Because yeah, whenever people always talk about, like, oh, you don't tug on Superman's cape, you don't spit in the wind. And it's like, that's the, that's where all that comes from. Because I didn't actually know that. I didn't know that that was a reference to a song. I just assumed that that was, like, some sort of, like, you know, like, saying that people would say. I didn't realize that actually came from a song. Why do you think that the killer didn't notice the black letters? Because that was another thing as well. It's like, a lot of stuff I kind of learnt from wrestling as well. Like, I remember when Steve Austin sided with Vince and went bad at WrestleMania 17 when he beat up The Rock. That JR was on commentary and basically said this would be like if John Wayne ran away from a fight. Because it was just so out of character for him to do that, to side with Vince at that point in time. But I personally like that storyline. I think it actually worked really, really well. Yes, it made him, like, cowardly and comedic, but in terms of actual in-ring action and stuff, he actually was like on top of his game in that at that point, I think. But he was covering it quite well, wouldn't you say? That's how he missed it. Judging by what I've seen, doesn't take much for your detective to miss anything. Who do you think you are? You know nothing about me, pal. What a person can understand about another from first impressions alone. Can't say I disagree with him on that point. Why don't you say something, sir? And you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I guess the more you know. Knowing is growing. It's always nice to learn things that it's another fun part about streaming is sometimes someone will just come in with a something and just be like, hey, like, did you know about this? And it's like, no, I did not know, but thank you for letting me know. Despite his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective to be the culprit. Nobody could have overlooked the bloody letters, and I can prove it with evidence. Couldn't ask for a better setup. For the game-finishing spike. Yeah, this will be the last press.
Hold it.
You're saying that those letters were intended for you? Yep, Jim is an outstanding detective and would expect no less from his former partner. Looks like Mr. Portsman still doesn't understand. He has yet to figure out the true meaning behind the bloody letters. You're sputtering over there. Can't you just admit my logic is perfectly sound? Actually, there's a gigantic flaw in his logic. Gap so wide that even the good detective can spot it. Now to clue Mr. Portsman in by presenting him with some evidence. Alright, so this is where we're going to intentionally tank. We're going to intentionally submit the wrong evidence to... Please stop. Please stop. What are you looking up? Are you stuck on something?
No.
Oh, I thought you were stuck on something.
No,
in the
I'm
game.
talking to Rico.
Oh. Okay. So we're going to intentionally present the wrong evidence because, What's object to your line of logic? Which part do you have an objection to? It's... Yes, well... So cool, Mr. Edgeworth, you're no good when you're all flustered. The detective's right for a change. How did it come to this? Calm down, Miles. Listen carefully and think everything through a bit more rationally. Alright, we're gonna intentionally just, tank our, it will behoove you to take a good look at this. See, but I fantasy how it has anything to do with me. Let's so. At the top of your game today, are you, Mr. Genius Prosecutor? Can I learn to set the pace here? I must remain calm, and by doing so, can I find the fatal flaw in his reasoning? It's just funny that there's 7 bad endings in every case. Alright, let's just smash through this, because it's going to repeat the same thing. Unfortunately, this one's going to be a bit slower, but... Again, large flaw in your logic. I think it holds up rather well, actually. What do you think is wrong with it? Let's move on. I wonder if the... Doesn't like you at all, sir. Concentrate. I wonder if this, you get different voice lines if your health is lower. It's careless of me. I can't afford to do that or the truth will slow this slip away. Remain calm, Miles, is the only way. I'm wondering if that actually happens. It seems like that's what's actually happening. Don't mind me losing all my health. This is intentional, so we can get some extra scenes. Alright, I think we have like 3 more attempts before it goes away. without me doing all these things, it's taken me a while to get through this case, but I'm not trying to rush through the game. It's gonna be a long playthrough. It's just gonna be that way. Like, I want it to be a long playthrough anyway. I still haven't decided what I'm gonna do for September, but we'll worry about it. Actually, I just realized this now. Since I got affiliated in September, that's also going to work for... Because I got a message about, like, I have promotions that I can offer. I just realized this now. Since I got affiliated in September, and there's going to be a September discount, and I have an additional discount I can add, I can probably, like... That might actually work. I can probably make a... That's what I might do. Because if I have stuff that I can use. I just realized that now.
Pokemon!
So what I might do is for the entirety of September, I might add that promotion that I got from Twitch that shows up on my thing. I'll add that to the month, and then I think every week, I think from what I remember, September has like a new gimmick every week, so it will be like double incentive. I just realized that now. I think I can make it cheaper I think I have a promotion that allows for things to be like 35% cheaper. I just realized that now. Yeah. I'll definitely, like... Fortunately, your faulty logic was only able to carry you so far. I'm afraid I have to place Detective Gumshoe under arrest. So, Edgeworth, sir, please do something. Get me out of this. It's the best I can do. I don't know why. It's cold in here, but my face is warm. Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. My face is warm, but everywhere else is cold. Oh my god, this is actually, like, bad. Go away. Reload my save point. I didn't think it was gonna be a problem, but it actually is. Alright, let's present the right things now. Let's present the right things. So we're going to present the, on the fourth segment. So we're going to present the stolen file. Alright, we got another trophy. Let's sync that up. It feels so good to go back and actually get trophies for once. These are all tutorial ones, by the way, so we're gonna get them anyway. So, for successfully presenting the correct evidence during a rebuttal without using story mode, which again, if you use story mode in this game, most of the trophies get disabled, and we don't want that. Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsman, but there is a serious flaw in your logic. You're in a bit of the courtroom into this, I see. No problem, I'm game. Can't help but find it odd. Excuse me? That a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office. What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking, I get it. If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another, closer look at this. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file? That's impossible. What's impossible, Mr. Portsman? Nothing. The files on that shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spines. It's possible they could have taken the file before committing the murder. I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters in the detective's name where the file should be is proof. Yeah, I mean the S is gone, and there's only half a H. If Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood.
Oh god.
Which means, what exactly? What does that make this dying message? Makes it the work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene. That's so low. I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir. Gonna get him, sir. You'll see. I'm gonna have them under arrest in no time. Oh, Mr. Portman? Brilliant, absolutely splendid. Logic deserving of Olympic gold. Appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed. Win some, you lose some. That's how life goes. It's getting dark in here. I'm gonna turn the light on. Hang on a second. I'm gonna turn the light on because it's getting a bit glary in here and don't have too much longer to do anyway. It also is its name Nadine.
No.
Oh.
It's the old devouring.
Oh. So first name all or
Old dash devouring.
oh, so which one's the
Old.
father and which one's the mother?
There's oh damn it. I killed my character. There's no
Oh.
mother or father.
So how was it born?
It was created somehow.
In a lab?
Probably.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Alright, let's keep going. Also, one funny thing about this game is, the guides were saying, like, oh, this game will take you, like, 10 to 20 hours to finish. And when I say this game, I mean the entirety of the game. I guess they expect you to just speed through it and just not read anything. Because I cannot imagine someone beating both of these games in 20 hours. If they read them normally. They even said like 10 hours speed running through it. And it's like, if you were really speed running through this, you could just fast forward through all the text. And then just go and investigate thing. I cannot imagine that both of these games would take 10 hours. Because if you're just fast forwarding text. Yeah, I think that's better. Like, there's no way that you can, I'm pretty certain, like, even Danganronpa speedruns are, how long are they? They're like, they're not that long compared to, well, they are still long, but, yeah. Alright, let's, continue. God, everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive. But you know, it really is a shame. I didn't want to have to bring this up, however. Alright, what is he good? What is it this time? You're still after me, pal? Hear me for a second. Who has the key to this office? That would be me. Mr. Edgeworth just proved that I'm innocent, pal. Oh, they're getting their animations now. It's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence. And why do I sense that you still have something to say? What is this guy doing? He's just taking his lab coat off and on again. He's just taking his lab coat off and on. Well, I was thinking, do you know... There's one other person to this office. Well, can he please bring the heat here? Please send help.
A dream solvent.
What?
A dream solvent. That's what I wanted.
What?
I got a dream solvent.
One other person. Oh. Hey, you there. Yes, sir. What is it, sir? Kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me.
Kindly escort.
A lady? The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as a material witness. Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal. Don't. What's wrong with him all of a sudden? Oh. I believe she needs no introduction. I've called upon Miss Maggie Bird. A member of security.
Ah, yeah, it's the young one.
Yeah. I remember her from one of the previous games.
Yeah, she's not bad.
Yeah, I remember her from one of the previous games.
And
So this is our first...
that reaction just sounds like as if she's a bad person.
No, I thought something happened to her in the...
No. She got accused of murder.
Yeah, that was what
But
happened,
she
yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
do it.
She looks different here.
I mean, she's older.
Yeah. Detective Gumshoe, sir. And she's got the, she's got a mascot on her thing as well.
Oh, yeah, that's the,
Maggie.
what's the name?
The what?
The Blue Guardian? Or the Blue
Oh, right, it's the Blue Badger.
Blue Badger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This bird is a security guard on watch tonight. I see, and your point is? My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in this building. If you were not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird. How dare you? I would never sneak into someone's room. That's right, I refuse to believe that Meg is the culprit, pal. It was me. That's right, I did it. Can we take that as a confession, Detective? Well, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me. If it was, you'd have no problems with that, right? Wait, is that a... I think that's one of Fox's emotes. It is. No, it's not.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh, it's a... yeah.
Oh.
It's a, cheers emote. With a sparkling glass of, what looks to be water.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Cheers to that, it's a... Yeah.
Yes.
Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics.
Okay, stop.
Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. This guy just likes taking his jacket partly off and on again. The newest hype training emote? Yeah. I think I have a couple. I have a couple that were earned in my streams. I think. From what I remember. Yeah, I have a few. I think these are the hype train ones I've got. These were my hype. These are the ones that I've earned in stream. Or at least from people that have contributed to hype trains. Oh, we're battling off again. Time for another battle. So we got that already. We already got the bad ending. Can't get any more bad endings here, so... They want us to press the first...
Hey, you got a bad ending.
You can get... There's 7 bad endings in every case.
She died again.
There's 7 bad endings for each case. Havoc has a ton of emotes from...
Emotes, yes.
He has a ton of emotes from gifts from hype trains. Spilled the tea.
Oh.
Oh,
cute.
yeah. Alright, so we're gonna push the first statement, and then we present something later, but we're gonna push everything anyway. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door. Then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which she knows a good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the only one who faked the dying message. So you're saying she used the master key. This can open every office door. Its use is controlled by security staff. Incredibly incriminating evidence, would you say? That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well. That was then, this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. The one thing I've always wondered is, like, are these... I guess these are created by... Because, like, if they're a part of hype trains, I'm assuming that Twitch either has, like, set artists that make these emotes, or they just have... Because, like, I don't know how, like... I'm not sure how hype train emotes are determined. Is, like, every emote considered a hype train emote, and then... You know, eventually maybe it could be, like... Because that would be kind of interesting. They add new ones every so often. That would be kind of interesting if they decided, like, oh, hey, if you wanted to have some of your emotes added into the potential hype train thing, that would actually help advertise some channels. Because people would be wondering, where did this emote come from? Oh, it was from this channel and from this streamer. Flow of a good match always changes during a rally. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me. Because that would be good for that could be good for anyone. Like, someone who's, like, a lot smaller channel could have a few really, really popular emotes. And then it's like, hang on a second, where does this come from? Oh, wait, this is, like, this is from a smaller streamer that thing. And it's like, let's check out and see what else they have. Because it's not like everyone can get a hype train going. And even if they do get a hype train going, it's not happening all the time. If there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. This is from the Smexy voice channel? Is this really what it has become? I'm gonna have like an emote that's randomly thinking, it's like, yeah, that's the guy who has a Smexy voice system. Not anything that I personally
I don't even like my voice on camera, so I don't even know what I sound like.
Yes, but you also were like, oh, I'm glad that someone else likes it.
I mean, I'm glad. I just don't want to hear it myself because I hate.
Well, yeah, I always make sure that you can't hear it, because no one likes to hear the sound of their own voice. Seems the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give me more data is to press him. I guess it's just one thing that you get used to. I don't necessarily like it, but...
You sound exactly the same.
Really?
Yeah, you sound exactly the same on camera.
Okay.
I sound completely different.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I sound completely and utterly different.
Alright, we're gonna press every statement, obviously, like I always do. I'm sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key. There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird? It's, true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir. Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? Yes, moving on. I had to get sidetracked by something unrelated. What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, Belle. Can't really trust her not to tell lies, plus I hate wasting time. Should I hear Miss Bird out? Ask for more details or no details? We want to ask for more details, yes. Not so fast. I too am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say. Didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? You need to hear her lies. I'll be the judge of that, Miss Bird, if you please. I discovered that the master key was missing at around 1 AM, sir. What do you mean by missing? As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it. Mr. Portsman, I believe this is to be an important piece of testimony, don't you think? I don't believe that someone like you would be able to take it in by such words. I'm not lying, sir. If the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now. I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir. Likely story, and where is your proof that this key was stolen to begin with?
Why does he have a medal?
Exactly. I think he also makes a lot of sports references.
Oh, is he a tennis star?
He looks like he's wearing a tennis shirt.
Yeah.
He makes a lot of sports references.
Yeah.
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 What do you mean, yeah? You don't like tennis, please?
No, tennis is fine.
Is it giving you Kamoshida flashbacks? What is it that you don't like about it?
No.
It's the Smexy voice channel. I mean, you should be like...
No, it's not.
Like, you should be answering these questions.
It's like, why does he have to be a pompous jerk with a medal?
Oh. What do you mean, Havoc? You don't like watching... You don't like watching balls bounce back and forth, Havoc? You know where you can stick that medal. You just forget where you put it and then found it again. You never lose things, I can practically guarantee it. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it. Yeah, pal, trust me, you don't want to test just how bad Urlock is. Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive. Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth. But... You still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office. Motive? Didn't we already establish that it was theft? I mean, the culprit clearly went for the bookshelves and at least tried to save. This is what Mr. Portman says, Detective. Can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft. I'm done taking blows, it's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. Alright, so now we just press everything normally. Before we go and do the thing. Just let this guy flex with his jacket.
Hold it.
The culprit's motive appears to have been thievery, however. Glad to hear that the great Miles Edgeworth is in agreement with little old me. However, with regard to the investigation, the bookshelves and safe, you could think and ask for my opinion on the matter. It'd be too much for you to allow me to complete a full sentence. I don't know. I don't mind tennis. Like, I think
tennis is fine.
I think I'm fine with tennis because the matches at least can go by very quickly.
Some of them can go for hours.
I do not like cricket. Cricket is incredibly boring. Cricket is very boring.
Hold it.
And the fact that, and also like, too much swimming. Swimming and cricket is like two things that we are known for in terms of like international appeal, I guess, and it's just there's way too much. Way too much of it. Too much swimming and too much cricket. And like once you get done with football season, it's like, oh, cricket season starts, and then it's like, oh, then it's back to football again. It's like, I don't like watching most sports. Like, I like watching the Olympics, because that's at least a varied amount of sports, but... Like, if someone asked me what was my favorite, like, sport to watch, technically it's not even a sport, but, like...
Wrestling.
Wrestling is, like, my favorite, like, combat sport, I guess. Combat activity to watch. I thought he established Detective Gumshoe's innocence pretty thoroughly. It's just a theory, one hypothesis among the many possibilities. I mean, I had my doubts about Miss Bird from the very beginning. If that's the case, then why didn't you mention her first? Now, don't make that face. See, there goes the truth, running the other way. Let's pick up the pace and see if we can't catch up to it. Don't think you're catching my drift. We are in agreement that the detective isn't the killer, right? Okay, so this guy, like, he has his lab coat off, and then he spins around, like the mask, and then he puts his lab coat back on again, and then he's, like, constantly going back and forth between taking it off and on.
Oh, he's a douche.
And he's got his gold medal, just sticking out there.
Of course.
And he's wearing Vegeta's pink top.
Oh, they're pink.
I must say, another variety of flower, they're
Yes.
pink!
Exactly.
That line where it's like, oh, how did you get so strong? It's like, I do lots of push-ups and sit-ups and drink plenty of juice.
Is that from the
That's from the... No, that's from the Cell Saga. When Cell is Semi-Perfect Cell's fighting Vegeta, he's like, how did you get so strong?
Is that in the abridged?
No,
or
it's in the actual show.
In the actual oh. Didn't know that.
That's why I said there's some funny lines that are in OG DBT that aren't in abridged, but you would think that they're out of abridged.
Right. I mean, that'll probably be something that I'll be like, yeah, that's from the bridge.
Yeah. Don't you think it's a bit early to be jumping to conclusions? It's a shame that they didn't do the entire Boo Saga. They stopped after Cell. They did
the bridge series.
Yeah, they don't do it anymore.
Oh, that's.
They got burnt out, I think, and they were just busy with other things. Because you got to remember when it was first done, it was like, I think it was like probably like 15, 16 years ago was when they first did it.
Yeah.
And so by that point, when they were doing the abridged series, they were probably already like teenagers. Or around that point. So 15 years goes by, you're making content on YouTube, and eventually you're either going to get burnt out, or you're just going to, people get other things to do. And like, it's like PewDiePie. It's like PewDiePie could have kept going for as long as he wanted to go, but like he had a couple of, I think he had two. I think he has a child now, so he
at
you know.
least has one. From what I
And he like, I think during the pandemic, he kind of was just like, like he doesn't need to do anything like that anymore. He does it every now and then, I guess, but he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to work. The ad revenue alone is enough to. Good. Perhaps you had a spare made for someone else. Have you know I have never made a spare? So what are you insinuating? Nothing. Guess I should have known better than to suggest that someone like you would. So anyone in this district who hasn't at least heard of Detective Gumshoe? Good point. He's practically a celebrity among us prosecutors. Really, I never knew I was so talked about, so... We're holding a collective breath, you know? For when you screw up so badly that you're literally chased off the force. Yep.
Oh.
They're basically holding a collective, and it's like, oh, when's Detective Gumshoe going to get booted off of the force? Like, between all the prosecutors, because he bumbles around and makes so many mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, check out my medal, and check out my, I'm taking my jacket off and on again.
Yeah, he's being it.
Is it too cold? Is it too hot? Is it too cold? Is it too hot?
You make up your mind.
Wait, what? Is that true, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh no. Of course not. That's hogwash. Phew, don't scare me like that. I almost had a heart attack there. By dying message, you mean the bloody letters that spell out Gumshoe. I feel that whoever wrote his name must have wanted to frame him. Just the act of choosing his name is proof enough that the two knew each other well. Sir Edgeworth, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and present some evidence. Would love to. First, we should listen a bit more and digest what he is saying. And press him for more information. I already did. I thought I pressed him on the first statement. Yeah, I did. Ask for more details. She added the testimony. So, secret safe. It's this one here. Present the safe on this, and then... Oh, between the second argument and fourth argument. Wait a second. Between the second and fourth argument on part 1 to end... Oh, so I can I go for it now? Because it's saying between the second and fourth argument on part 1 2, we can get another bad ending. So we want to get that, I guess, in the next... Let me see, how many arguments there are. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. And then there's no bad ending until... Yeah, when are the next lot of bad endings? Maybe, do we go for it now? Maybe we go for it now. Let's try it now, and if it doesn't work, then I'll just continue forward. Let's see if we can get another bad ending out of the way. I'm assuming that maybe we can't, but we'll wait and see. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't, I'll just continue on. Because we're not going to finish this case today. So let's just present bad evidence the entire way. Sportsman, there is a large flaw in your... We've already put this one before. I think it holds up rather well, actually. What do you think is wrong with this?
Who's that Pokemon?
Yeah, it's the same thing. But, I'm gonna check to see if we get a different ending here. Okay, I can't mash through these, unfortunately. Even though I've seen them before. Alright, let's hope that it's the same one. Hopefully it's the same, hopefully it's the different one. Because it mentioned about there being between other statements, so I'm thinking I have to do it now. I'm thinking because I've introduced Maggie into the fold, we can probably get the one here, so we'll try and get this one first. Because once we do the presentation here, it will go and do a bunch of conversation stuff, and then it will, then we go into, like, the next part. So I'm assuming that because they've introduced Maggie, that it should still work. Let's just wait and see, shall we? Otherwise it's going to be the same ending as before, but... we'll be okay. I think I can start mashing through these again. Should be a trophy for getting all the bad endings. That would be fun. Just to see how all the times that we fail. I would like that. There was a bad ending trophy, I think, for the... It was the second game, 4th case, I think it was? You had to intentionally get the bad ending for something, but I think I saved the game beforehand, got the bad ending, and then did the good ending. Right after that. Okay. But now even you must admit that the girl is clearly the culprit. You hear that, Jim? I can finally get the one that did you in. Hold on there. Save your breath. There's no one left to listen to your inane ramblings. Okay, so that's the 4th ending. So no more bad endings for this part. So far, I like the first one more because I think that one was longer. Yeah, reload to save. Alright, so now we present the files on the 4th statement, and then we go to the next part. Oops. 4th statement presents the card pack. Oh, you got a card pack. Yes. It would behoove you to take a good look at this. See, but I fail to see how anything has to do with me. Wait, it's it? No one saw that.
So what?
Me getting the, oh, the safe, not the file. No one saw me make a mistake. That didn't happen. didn't see anything.
Yeah, but you made note of it.
What?
You made note of it.
That's just me. That's just my headcanon. That's not what actually happened. Nobody saw that.
Lugia.
I don't remember what I asked you for last time. I think I said Lugia last time. So go with bird. Firebird.
I was like, they're both burb.
Is Lugia a bird?
Maybe.
Because I mean, Ho-Ho is a
Ho-Ho
phoenix.
looks more like a burb.
Ho-Ho's like a phoenix, but then what's Lugia?
Water burb.
I need to look this up
I
now.
don't know.
What is Lugia?
Probably Loch Ness. Kind of like the Loch Ness monster. Actually, no. Lapras is more like the Loch Ness monster.
What animal is Lugia?
Water burb. Underwater burb.
What animal is Lugia based on? The Shinto god Ryujin, which is... It features elemental... so it's, Grey Heron, Beluga Whale, and, Plesiosaurs, sorry.
Plesiosaurus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plesiosaurs. So it's based
like a
it's
Lapras.
based off of the Shinto dragon Ryujin.
Yes, it's kind of like a Lapras mixed with a...
And people are thinking Lugia might make sense with Beluga Whale because Lugia, Beluga.
Yeah.
Um.
A Zimmerl, a Palmodon, Spa, Spine Up, and Steelix. Azumarill was new.
It's not Azumarill, it's Azumarill. Yes, that's exactly how you say it. It's Azumarill. Not Azumarill.
Azumarill.
I used to say, I'm just going to say this now, when I was playing Golden Silver, I used to always say Azumarill.
Well, it's Azumarill.
Yes. I know what it is now, but back then I said it's just like how I used to say Rattata.
I used to say Rattata. Rattata. Let me and my Rattata.
Leave my Rattata alone.
Get off my lawn.
Okay, it's the safe, I suppose, to
I
present.
can just remember. I can just picture like someone has like.
What's object to your line of logic? Which part do you have an objection to?
Doing that.
Wait, it's yes, well... I just presented on the right one! Okay, whatever, they got that wrong. They'll take us right for a change. I got that wrong again, no one saw that. It said fourth statement. So do they mean the fourth statement that became the fifth statement? That might be what it is. I've got to present the safe. What is going on? Why am I making this mistake? Let's try the fifth statement. It's the safe. Do this again. Have I made it? Have I not done something? I know I pressed the first statement and then it gave me the thing. Press the first statement, Maggie will arrive and say yada 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 yada. Oh, at this statement. So that means it's the second one. I thought it said different. It's fine. I thought they said it. I thought it said fourth statement, not this statement. So it's this one here. Present the safe on this. Makes sense that it should be that. Why am I making these mistakes? You wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something. Well, no, it's the truth after all. And this guy just spins around, takes his jacket off, hangs it over his shoulders, spins back around, puts his jacket back on, then's like, I can't decide if I'm too hot or too cold, putting it back on and off, on and off. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway. It may be, but you also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe. The existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was a part of her cunning plan, but she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down. Highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, the bookshelf and the safe were targeted. Yeah, even I didn't know about that safe, pal. And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either. And you are proposing that the killer is a prosecutor. Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. Oh, he's biting his metal now like they do in the... What's wrong, Prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now? Curses, why? What made you... What's with the angry face all of a sudden? It's all my fault. What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes. What did you just say? We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes. Then that means... Yeah, I know. I only had just told him too. Obviously it was wrong of me to tell him. Still can't quite believe it. The thief who broke into your room was probably Jim. Now he's claiming the victim was the thief. You were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? It's Maggie Bird. Excuse me? I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. Killing is going a bit too far, even in your risky profession. What the? You're still accusing Maggie of the murder? Yes and no. I mean, she has stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it? No, I couldn't. Could never do something like that, not even as a security guard, sir. Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have had a key to this office. Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. It's always Jim. It'd be impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us, unless... Well, unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him. Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? Don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense. Does he know honor? No, then I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out? Can't kick us out, this is Mr. Edgeworth's office. Oh, but I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You were all suspects to varying degrees and therefore ineligible to run this show. Listen, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit. Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself. But, sir, we have no choice but to accommodate his request for now. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful. Mark my words, Mr. Portsman, we will meet again. If it's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Don't disappoint me, you hear? Yep, to be continued. There we go. Sure, we'll save our progress. I'm not going to make separate saves. I don't think I did it last time. I think I had almost the same save. Okay. March 14th, 4:18 AM, Prosecutor's Building, 12th floor hallway. What is with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. That was unbelievable. Please maintain your professionalism, detective. Gonna find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence. You'll see, sir. We've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir. True. So then what now? So my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch. Don't despair, Miss Bird. You're gonna overcome this as well. I didn't check her profile either. Maggie Bird 23. Gumshoe knows her from when she was a police officer, now works as nighttime security. Yeah, so she was in the third game, I think it was, or I think she was in the I think she was in the third game. She was as yeah, she was in the third game, I think. I think she was the one that was with that Tigre guy. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway. Really, sir? For example, this hallway. Why is there a basketball just in the middle of the hallway here? The linchpin of his argument against Miss Bird is related to this master key. In that case, this hallway is the perfect place for looking for more information regarding the mystery surrounding my door. Alright, Prosecutor's building, 12th floor hallway. We can now do some investigation. Let's have a look-see around. First of all, we want to do this. Yes, sir. Anything of interest? Look rather intrigued by something. Care to share? Oh, it's nothing, but I noticed that Mr. Portsman calls his partner Jim. The detective in that Sunday night drama, All My Cops, is named Jim too. I bet one of them is a big fan of that show. Seem to know a little something about it yourself. Take it you watch too. Of course, type bond of friendship between prosecutor and detective is great, sir. But it's nothing compared to the super strong friendship we have. Friendship, detective? I think you're mistaking it with pity. How can you say that, sir? And after all we've been through too. Oh, and a trophy. Bet Miss Bird. No way she's the killer. Please don't tell me you buy into that accusation, sir. Rest assured I think she's innocent. However, I need to ask her a few things regarding her security guard position. We also got another trophy, which I'm going to sync up. I think this is the only, like, non-optional trophy that we've earned so far. Everything else is just story-related. What do we get for this one? For listening to Gumshoe talk in the hallway about where he thinks Jim came from. Well, if you're only asking, that's okay. Just stand next to her and then press X. Then you two can talk about whatever topic you pick. When you want to ask her about evidence, all you have to do is present it to her with this. After you choose what to show her, press triangle again, and off you go. Recommend showing different people different things. You'd be surprised by what they say. Thank you for your explanation, though. I don't recall asking for one. Just so you know, sir, you can show me evidence in the same way, too. I do believe it's time to get down to business and ask some questions of Miss Bird. Not again. Alright, we'll go and walk around. See what we can investigate. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Oh, this is considered suspicious? Well-crafted, high-quality sofa for visitors. The stitching is excellent. What about a luxury waiting area? These babies are also great for napping, you know. You would sleep even out here, detective? In a hallway? Whenever I do, I always wind up dreaming about giving testimony up on the stand. It always ends the same way, me getting trounced by a lawyer. Isn't that awful? Maybe I should give it a try sometime, to envision myself winning naturally. I'm guessing it's whatever's under the thing here. Like, I'm guessing it's this. It's... Oh, isn't that missing 0 series file? Oh, they found it. That was the missing one. Okay. No doubt about it, the bloody letters mark it clear as day. Seem to be a few missing pages. Faith took only what was necessary and left the rest behind. So what are these 0 files about, sir? Just you've got something worth stealing in them, huh? Not particularly, it's just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine. They belong to the High Prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons, but let's say I was charged with keeping them as they were. Well, that means the Booth must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, right? It seems so. And the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing. I wonder why anyone would care about such an old case. Is that everything here? I'm sure so. There's nothing else that's blatantly obvious. Although, it's still allowing me to investigate here. So there's something else that's missing. Nothing on the specific buttons? Just this? Wait. But the feet's not under here. Guess there isn't enough space for anyone to hide under here anyway. I mean, if someone could contort themselves to fit, I'd be really impressed. Sounds to me like somebody has already tried at least once before. Okay, that should make it get a tick. There we go. Can I go back? I'm assuming I can't go back inside. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious... Okay, we'll just going to keep doing that. 1202. These 4 numbers on a number plate alone proclaim this to be my office. Oops. Hey, these number plates slide right out, sir. They have to be able to take the plate off when her room becomes vacant, you know? Although, the idea that it can be so easily removed is kind of... minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood. Sturdily made, making them near impossible to break in by force. It's almost majestic, sir. Wish I could be as stately as this door. Gumshoe would praise a door as something greater than himself. I mean, a detective has its own rewards and a certain virtuous value, I think. If you live up to your full potential, that's a poignant trait that anyone can admire. So you're saying, sir, that me being me is the best thing I can do for everyone? Right. That long pause wasn't exactly reassuring, sir. Alright, I'll probably call it here for today, I think. So when we do the next stream, we'll investigate the rest of the outside area, talk to, we'll talk to Maggie, we'll get a few more bits of evidence here and there. Obviously, we're still way early on, like, we've only just reached the last part, and we're already, like, 3 hours into the game. So, obviously, there's a few things in this game to talk about, in terms of, things. So we'll, again, graphic style, pretty much the exact same sort of stuff that you would expect from all these Ace Attorney games. Also, the one major change, though, is, like, when we played the games in the past, it was always just a picture of the scenery and then the 2 characters going back and forth, and then the investigation was essentially just moving the cursor around into all the different areas and examining them. Here, though, we get, like, diorama-esque, like, sets that we can walk around in, and other characters can walk around in, and we get to see small little cutscenes of characters doing stuff and doing their animations in the background as well. So that's a big, major graphical change here. Voice acting, there's obviously no voice acting in this. Music is all very consistent so far. Obviously, yeah, graphically wise, you still get your cutscenes, but they've at least changed up the diorama thing is kind of cool. I like that. Obviously, this is a DS game, but they've upscaled it. I do quite like that they've done that, and you get to see all the actions of all the characters and stuff. Character-wise, it's still pretty basic. Obviously, we know who Miles is, we know who Edgeworth is. We know who Edgeworth is, we know who Gumshoe is. Maggie's just been reintroduced, although she was only in one case before. The gold medal guy, he seems pretty interesting. Everyone else so far hasn't really got any development yet, but the characters are fine. Characters are fine and all good with their progression with stuff, I guess. But we're still in the tutorial case, so we're still getting tutorialized about how the game works and what we have to basically do. So the story is pretty basic at the moment. Basically, Edgeworth got into his office, guy's been shot, we saw someone pointing a gun at us and walking away, and we saw the guy who had the medal, because they always usually spoil the first couple of cases, but the guy with the medal is the one who's done it, as based on the cutscene that we saw. So it's just a matter of figuring out what he's done, and obviously you can see as the game's gone on that he's kind of giving that away himself, and just dragging in Maggie, dragging in Gumshoe, and stuff with the files. So not much of a story at the moment. Basically just detectives being killed, a file's missing with stuff out of it from case files that aren't related to him. The stuff was moved around. the bullet and stuff was determined to be different, and then we had like a whole bunch of like, and then like gameplay wise, again, like being able to walk around is really cool. Being able to see the characters in their like 3D, third person, kind of thing, bird's eye view, diorama view, I guess you would say. It looks nice. I quite like the look of the game. And then our investigation, instead of just being a cursor-based thing, is it's just walking around and talking, and then you get to see the animations and pretty basic stuff so far. Just being able to walk around, examine stuff, examine the weapons, doing all that. Being able to change the art style is really nice. Being able to, the same stuff with pressing statements and presenting statements is the same. We have now the, I guess I can show the thing, like the gameplay in these games is usually very basic. Again, we still have our court record like it exists in all the other games with all the evidence to be held. We have the profile section as well. And then we get the logic thing as well, which allows us to put together, like, collected statements that we've made based on the evidence that we're seeing, and then we can do this outside of the thing. So eventually, I'm guessing all these statements will eventually match up with something else, but it's just a matter of figuring out where they go and figuring out what they do, etc., as you would normally expect with the game. You can talk to Gumshoe for help, obviously. We can walk around and do a bunch of stuff. Yeah, it's pretty basic so far. Like what we're gonna get more and more things as we go, I think. So, yeah, graphically, I love the diorama-esque look. The characters look really nice. Obviously, this is the you can swap between the two graphical modes by using the remake stuff because that's just what I want to use. It looks really nice, and then the character models that you see, the cutscenes that you see, all that stuff looks like it's very good as well. Music is very consistent. There's Edgeworth giving his twerk again. Gameplay-wise, again, pretty basic in terms of what we can do, just with gathering evidence, pressing statements, presenting arguments, presenting evidence. The logic thing I like. Being able to walk around and interact with everything like this is better than just dragging a cursor along. Yeah. Story stuff is pretty basic at the moment. We haven't gotten down to everything with that. And then character-wise, obviously we're going to get more expansion on the characters. We know that these characters get through to the next game, obviously, so we'll see what happens there. Obviously, in terms of trophy progress, we have a few. We got one optional trophy, and then everything else was just tutorial-based, so we're making good progress. King Kong? What about King Kong? Rise of Kong is the best video game. I think that's about it to really discuss. I think I haven't really got anything else to talk about at the moment until we get to the next part. So tomorrow's stream will be Rivals, and then we go back to that being just a weekly, 1 week thing until I get some speedruns sorted out. Tuesday through Friday will be this. Obviously, fully voice acted for me. Full platinum playthrough for both games. Using the guide to get through everything as always. Also, welcome in Movie Critic. Thanks for stopping by, even though it's just right at the end. Hope that you ended up having a good sleep at least. Calling it a game is insulting the video. Again, those are known bad games. Golem, Walking Dead Destinies, and King Kong are all pretty bad. They're all pretty bad games. I think the company that made them is, I think, out of business for good reason. But yeah, the games were bad, extremely bad, and they all came out so soon as well, which is also the bad part about it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to cover with this. Obviously, yeah, full platinum playthrough. I like the bad endings. We're getting those at the moment. It's a little bit annoying to get them, just to get them to activate, but going for all the bad endings, obviously all the trophies, because we are back to platinum playthroughs again, which is nice. It's nice to be back on the PS4. It's nice to know that all this stuff works. All my OBS stuff is updated and working. All of my sound is working correctly. and the game seems to have come out well. And yeah, I don't think I have much else to really talk about right now with this, so we will wrap things up now for today and come back for longer streams from tomorrow. At least now this means from Tuesday through Friday we can go and do, yeah. So Tuesday through Friday will be this main game for the most part. Then we'll do Saturday will be Strikers with Allison again. If not Saturday, we'll do it on Sunday, and then I'll take the day off on Saturday. And then obviously if I do it on Saturday, Sunday will be this. So I'm going to stream one extra day while I have PS4 games. I may as well. Leading up to that as well. I will also be doing a subathon next month. I'm going to put the details out at the start of the month. And then I'm going to, in the week or two leading up to it, I'll do something for that with the incentives as well. So we'll see how that goes, because I do have discounts that I can give out apparently, so that might be a good way to get things going. I don't know what I want to do at the moment. Yeah, we're going to wrap it up. Keep rambling on. I need to get this video uploaded, hopefully, so I can do normal stuff. So, with all that being said, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Every like, comment, and subscription review of this video gets you credits of monetization. Has a member contribute, helps my content become more accessible and defined. I uploaded my past Plat Rex Let's Plays on to the YouTube channel. So find a link down below to the games. This is for the games we've played and streamed thus far. All the numerous plays, all upcoming games, DLC, Switch games we can add to the Turnabout Edition as well. Working on more Plat by Past segments of games. Did I get the Incredibles Platinum? Yes. Here you go. Let me go down to it. That would have been before streaming. Where is it? Because I only did one, where is it? Lego Incredibles. When did I get that? I got that... How many years ago did I get it? Where is it? Lego Incredibles. I think I've gone too far. Oh, there it is. I got the Lego Incredibles Platinum in 2019. Gee, it was that long ago? 6 years ago. I got it 6 years ago. Yeah. 6 years ago. Didn't realize it was that far back. All the Switch games, Platinum playthroughs as always. Working on more Plat by Pass segments of games, we have the Pokemon Trophy, as well as switching things outside of games on the Switch, along with more Triangle Strategy experience, Travel Get Out, and Pokemon by Nuzlocke, as well as the Live stuff, Pokemon Let's Go, and Super Mario RPG Remake speedruns. I'm working on the Dragon Master 11 notes at the moment. I'm working on the Final Fantasy Pixar Remaster stuff. The raccoon fight's annoying. Which one are you talking about? Is it a trophy-related thing? I can't remember which raccoon fight. I think there's a trophy where you have to defeat the boss without being hit, isn't it? I put everything to YouTube because I afford to limitation my videos before they're permanently deleted and wanted to be a super place for everyone to find my content to do so, and you also get a notification of when I go live as well. Follow or subscribe to me on Twitch. 100 subscribers. I'll be doing a Final Fantasy 2 Picture Master speedrun. You're also getting access to more Trample Mention points as well as voting on for the next game that we play after this. Hang on a second. You have to get incredible status 8 times. I think there's an easy way to do that. Incredible status. Trophy. I don't remember that trophy for some reason. Oh, Raccoon the Map. Is that what it is? Yeah. I think, is there a... Oh, you have to fight the raccoon 3 times. During a fight, you will be asked to press X, square, or circle. You have to press the required thing very quickly after the other one. Yeah. Now I remember this. I don't remember having trouble with that, but I'm also I'm fine with button mashing. I don't remember it having too much problems. But it's, again, it's... Hang on a second. Someone said the game seems to only look for the correct button press and doesn't care what else is hit at the same time. So as soon as the raccoon fight cutscene starts, someone actually mashed all 3 buttons and before it told them to... Oh, that's what someone did. Someone mashed all 3 buttons together before the game told you which one to tap, and apparently it worked every single time. I'm not sure if that's going to work for you, but it might work. I'm not entirely sure. After we finish this game, we're going to do Princess Peach again. Also, Princess Peach, then Luigi Mansion, Donkey Kong Returns, Luigi Mansion 2, Persona 4 in Ultimax, God of War Ragnarok, and then either Like a Dream of Wealth, Metal Fantasia, or Tomb Raider 3 Remastered. We can always try since it's the last. If it's the last trophy, I think, from what it sounds like you have to get the right button press, but it also mentions that it doesn't matter if you push multiple buttons. So someone, if you want to try it, just have all 3, have a finger on every button, and when before it comes up, just mash all 3 of them and see if it makes a difference. It might actually work. Someone said that worked. I don't remember that being a problem for me, but I think it was because I was probably so we'll just have to wait and see. It could work. Obviously, subreddits and emotes, as well as ad reviewing, or you can just watch the ads, get Twitch Turbo, or get ad block. I greatly appreciate everyone's support today. For all the follows, chat, subs, bits, likes, raids, shoutouts as always. I will be doing Rivals tomorrow. That should be back to a weekly basis until we get more speedruns sorted out, quick matches, competitive mini-games, for anyone who wants to do those. Follow me on Twitter to be notified when I go live. Wish I have in Discord. I will send you an invite to my friends' Discord server. Close to 2,000 members, still going strong. Playing to this game, discuss there as well. I'm very active there, and you also get a notification of when I go live as well. And finally, I should know you grow my stream overlay that is my feature going forward. You can find a link down below for that as well. So, before we go and head off for tonight, let's see if we can raid someone. If anyone has a raid request I'd like me to make, I would gladly do so. Otherwise, we will see who's currently streaming and give them the raid. I've not raided on here in a while, so hopefully it doesn't change anything. It shouldn't. Let me open up Twitch. See if anyone's online. Because I know you said that you were taking a break, so I'm not sure if you're streaming right now. Or if you're planning to stream right now. Movie Critic. Because if you were planning to stream, I can always just wait, or I can just send it over, but I wasn't sure if you were going to or not. Yeah, well, if that's the case, we might just raid Serrata then. Serrata's playing Rivals right now. You can stream? I was asking if you were going to. I wasn't sure if you were going to or not. Because I'm about to end stream. I'm ending stream early because it's a Sunday, and also I wanted to get a quick little stream out. I wasn't sure if you were going to stream or not. If you weren't going to, that's fine. I can always raid out to someone else. I just wasn't sure. You can raid someone else? Okay, that's fine. We'll raid Serrata. I wasn't sure if you were going to or not, because sometimes I've gone and done a raid, and then it's not told me that you were live. So we'll send everyone over to Serrata. They're playing Rivals at the moment, and yeah, that is what it is. So you'll be live in a few minutes to try Golem. I mean, if it was like a long time wait, I could probably not wait. But if you were gonna be on soonish, I could always just wait for it. But it's fine, because I'm assuming that you've only just woken up, so that's why I always asked. I asked just in case. But we can send everyone over to the raid. I can finally starting to wake up. Like, I'll send everyone over to Serrata then. They're doing Rivals at the moment. So thank you everyone for watching as always. And with that being said, have a good rest of the day out with your art, and I will see you all for the next stream. And thank you for stopping by near the end of Movie Critic. And I should hopefully be able to catch your stream. Hopefully. We'll send the right off now though. Okay, let's go. I guess that works.